Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Christine Gold, and welcome to the December 2023 energy update. We're going to kind of tap into the global Schumann's resonance if you'd like. I mean, I have to say that's one of my biggest, most listened to, most shared episodes, the episode of the Schumann resonance spikes. And I received like 995% more listeners on that episode ever. So thank you to everyone who tunes in to me from Heart Led Soul Fed podcast. If you don't listen, you're not subscribed, please do all those beautiful things wherever you listen to your podcast or watch your podcast episode. And if you really enjoy the podcast, I would so appreciate a review. Why? It's not for my ego. No, it's for others to find me because I know there's others like yourself who are sensitive, who are empathic, who are light workers, who are healers, who are earth angels. I want to say shaman. I believe we are all shaman. And the reason I've been doing, the work that I've been doing since 2018 is because I really believe we are here to help raise the collective consciousness at this time of Source, of God, Christ consciousness, the healing, the abundance, the joy, leaving the fear, the shame, the guilt behind, healing trauma, cutting ancestral trauma and wounds, and really stepping into who we are at a soul level. All right. So when I was tuning in, and I mean, we're all able to channel. You are. I'm speaking to whoever is listening and going, I can channel. Of course you can. We all can channel. Channeling is not some special gift that you're given. It's something that you tune into yourself, tune into who you are at a soul level, and just let the divine come through you. And whatever your artistic medium is, whether you're writing, whether you're speaking, whether you're singing, whether you're creating some type of art, that is all channeling, cooking, gardening, anything that you put your heart and your soul and your mindful presence into is channeling, is intuitive writing. And I actually recorded an episode all about that. You can go back and have a look. So, yeah, definitely look into that and let me know what you think. So, tuning into December energy, I kept hearing a December to remember, a December to remember. Because just, go back to December, Christmas time 2019. What was going on? It was pretty chaotic, I know that. And in March of 2020, everything changed as we know it. December 2020, I don't know how many people were spending Christmas together that were not able to, that were isolated, whatever it was, the tensions with the family, with friends, with just society in general, just the underlying tensions, to December 2023, where I believe everything is open. And we are collectively changing. We are collectively shifting. The new is always coming in. In fact, I seen a post the other day where they said, I'm just really tired. I'm exhausted of jumping through hurdles and hoops or over hurdles and climbing mountains and in the valley and going from one problem to the next problem to the next problem. And that really hit, and I'm thinking, okay, what came to mind first was this person is not taking a break, like really resting and practicing self-care and being self-care aware and sharing the love and the nurturing and the rest that you need. Not every problem needs to be solved right away. And problems are opportunities, by the way. So as we come into this holiday season, I'm seeing more and more about conscious giving, conscious creating, co-creating, conscious collaborating, conscious sharing, conscious healing, conscious giving. It's and it's about experiences. Many of us don't want gifts like we used to get, material items. We don't need to trample each other on Black Friday. It's not That's not who we are. And we realize, like anything else, that potato chip, that relationship, that car, that job is just filling that hole in your soul that'll never be filled. And I believe there was a study done that I think it was a Canadian study. It doesn't matter, but the global consciousness shift, the global thinking, the heart. It's all about the heart. It's all about the soul. It's all about how may I serve? How may I give? And I'm seeing more and more of that. Whether you like to think so or not, you need to look at what you're watching and what you're listening to and who you're surrounding yourself with. Because if it's negative, you have been dragged into that hypnosis of negativity, that everything is painful, people are painful, nothing good happens to me. You are attracting that. Yes, you are. So take responsibility for it and go, what if I decide to look at this with love? What if I decide that I am worthy of all the abundance? I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of love. And it can be done right now because I choose to do so. And I want to invite you to create experiences because that's based on the study. 1 in 3 families now and people in general want to donate for Christmas, want to volunteer for Christmas, and not just for Christmas, but throughout the year. As my mom would always say, what about the other 364 days? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, so a December to remember. We also have the solstice energy coming in. And of course, you've got the moons. And, I believe I have taught enough about moon energy. And it's really about you learning about the moon energy and if you want to work with it or not. And whether you decide this is the time that you're going to enjoy your family, whatever it happens to be. And maybe you're estranged from your family. You're going to decide to forgive, forgive them, forgive yourself. Because we had this discussion in our Soul Healers 1 year online course. We have weekly coaching that we meet up every week, and someone was struggling with forgiveness. And someone had said, well, if you don't want to forgive, you don't have to. And that's true, you don't. However, at some point you do because you're still holding on to that resentment. You're still holding on to that hook. You're still being triggered. You're still being, like I said, you're still being hooked. You're still being hypnotized, thinking that, and it could be decades ago. And I've even had discussions where, our family, my mom, my dad, our ancestors were doing the best they could with what they have. And yes, there is evil out there. There is darkness, but we are light. We are here to work the light. Darkness cannot hide when you shine your light, when you work the light, when you are the antenna, you are the receptor of energy, and it just broadcasts out, 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 your aura, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm inviting you to really, because Christmas is about the birth of Christ, the birth of Jesus. So, how can we embody the aspects of a beautiful child that knows only love and purity and goodness and is protected? I want you to sit with that, and how can you embody that energy? How can you create the nativity scene of, the wise men and Mary and Joseph and Jesus and the animals and the star, the Christmas star. It's going to shine real bright because all of the planets right now, my gosh, you can just see them with the naked eye, no problem, no problem. Um, and the meteors, that energy. We also have the solstice, where it's the longest, darkest time of the year, but it is also most peaceful time of the year. You get to decide where you want to be at this time of year, with family, without family. This is your choice. You are not obligated to do anything. Please remember that. Practice your boundaries. Speak in the mirror if you're not comfortable telling somebody no. Have those hard conversations, of course, in the right spaces, the right places, the right timing, and without alcohol. I'm coming up on my 1 year of sobriety, and I just surpassed my 2-year mark for vegan, being a whole food plant-based diet lifestyle. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Anyways, and if something is really bothering you, write it out, write it out, write it out until it's all out, and then rewrite it. And if you feel like sharing this with a person who has hurt you, and many times people aren't aware that they hurt you either, unless they are narcissistic. That is a whole nother avenue. Ask them if you can sit down and just say, I have a few things I want to say from my heart, and could you please just listen until I'm done? Because this is really hard for me to say. I can't see too many people saying no. And if they do, well, you know where you stand. How about that? All right. Let's just get to the cards. Let's just enjoy this beautiful amethyst as well. Oh, and as I was shuffling from the Light Sears Tarot, I was like, instead of just one card for December, how about we have four, like one for each week? Well, no sooner I said that than four just flipped over. Love it. That's working with spirit, right? All right, so the first week of December, beautiful energy. The 3 of Pentacles. Look at that. Everybody's working together. Threes are quite significant for this month, for December. And now I'm reducing December. So 1 and 2 is 3. The first is 4, 6, 8. 8 and 3 is 11. So we got twos and threes. This is about communication, community, teaching, learning, teamwork makes the dream work, baby. You can manifest anything. So really step into, and we were just talking about mutually beneficial relationships. Everyone is equal. Everyone has something uniquely enchanting to bring to the table. Not I'm better than you, I'm less than you. There's none of that. Remember, Jesus had everybody at the table? Remember that. You will step into the vibration of conscious collaboration. And I'm definitely inviting this more and more into my life. As much as I want to resist it, it keeps persisting and showing up. So I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm here. The next for the second week of December, this is beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. Now this is all earth energy too, right? Very grounded, very stable, very studious. This is about spiritual and material abundance. When you get 10 of Pentacles, community, generosity, wealth, prosperity, building a legacy, just alongside with the 3 of Pentacles. This is all about perspective, perceptions, one small move away from the big picture, unearthing pleasure. You're worthy of all this success. You are successful and you share your wealth with those you love. That is the spirit of Christmas, really. Giving, sharing, celebrating all of our success. We are all abundant and we celebrate all the wins, the small ones, doesn't matter. They're all they're all wins. Got to remember that. The third week, which I believe, yeah, that would be like Christmas week coming in here, very close to the Christmas week. Page of Swords. Swords is air energy, page energy. You might be dealing with young children who are air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So just, um, yeah, just really lean into that. You can see she's got a book. There's birds, there's light bulbs, there's lots of moments going on here. Very curious, a thirst for information, learning new things, apprentice, student, ideas, reasoning messenger. Because at this time, I hope all of you are relaxing and having your time off that you need to really go into those creative pursuits and enjoy the information that comes through. And they're saying to avoid falling into gossip or arrogance. Okay, so just be and remember that everyone who crosses your path has something specific to teach you. There are mirrors all around. So if you're around family, they're just mirroring what you're feeling. So if you have hurt some resentments, you need to nip that in the bud. You need to deal with it. Remain open to unexpected lessons, share truthfully, and delight. So you're really learning, expanding your consciousness. You're opening up to all opportunities in your life, and you're sharing that. Air energy, these are new thoughts. Be curious, even about people you maybe don't understand or are so different from you. This is a great time to learn from them and be curious and explore. I love that. And the last week of December, we're definitely in the Christmas energy. We're moving towards the new year, which is 2024, which reduces to an 8. Boy, 8s are pretty magical. I'll have a video all about that. And I believe it is the wood dragon in the Chinese astrology. You can you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember seeing that because we're leaving the year of the tiger. We're going into dragon energy. I work with dragons. I'm super stoked. I know that Pluto is moving out of a lot of people's energy, including mine. So we're definitely moving into that age of Aquarius too. This shift is happening because it's going into Aquarius. So last week, Chariot, you got the yin, the yang. Look at the beautiful lights, the energy, the solstice energy, victory, speed, travel. Clearly, there'll be a lot of travel, going to this home or going to this city or town. Harnessing opposing energies. Remember that. Some people are more yin, some are yang. Try and enjoy it all. You'll have willpower, you'll have control. So really choose the things you really want, focus your efforts, move swiftly. And if you're not sure what your direction is, then it's time to make some plans, align your goals, spark some dreams. Your affirmation: I choose who I am becoming and I run toward it with conviction and consistent motion. Now, I'm not saying you have to make big changes, big leaps, move fast, get out of my way. No, that's not what this is saying. Because you could see he's on top of this chariot and it's going full force, but he's aware of the energy and he's not unbalanced. He's steady, he's focused, he's determined. And as we move into the new year, I also have it'll be the 4th annual Dream Vision Map workshop where here we go. We're planning, we're dreaming, we're manifesting, we're working on visionary energy, and I'll teach you how to do all of that. The links will all be there as well. I have a bringing Christmas home, heaven. Oh my goodness. Bringing heaven home for Christmas. Can I say that? It's coming up December 16th on a Saturday. So, depending on when you're watching this, it's limited to 8 beautiful souls, and it's a mediumship event. Messages, evidential evidence. You'll get, names and details that nobody else would know. Messages of love and healing at this. Holidays are tough, especially Christmas, because it's a time of you know, um, new energy and love and just being together. And when you lose a loved one or loved ones, this is the time to remember and honor them. So that's part of this as well. Wow. And then I'm going to have a new group for it's going to be a 12-week dip your toe in. So if you're just waking up, going through dark nights of the soul, you want to learn how to really tap into your intuition, who you are, heal your depression and anxiety. True story. It happened to me. I know it works. So I'll leave that information below. And what I really would love to leave with you is just a beautiful prayer that this is a December, a season to remember because you are remembering who you are. And if you are a beautiful child of God, how can no one else not be that which you are? So every person you come into contact with, you will see them as yourself, your brother, your sister, a soul. And you will sit with them and you will just get to know who they are. Because many people do not feel seen or heard at this time. So, how can you do that for somebody today? And that is the truth of who God is. God sees you, God knows you, God made you before you knew who you were. So, I'm wishing you all love and peace and joy of the season. And so it is. Amen. All right. I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Let the healing begin. Love you. See you next year.